Well, good morning again. We have another episode of Yes Way Jose. And, do we want to change that name any? No.
No, it would be weird to change it at this point.
So
50-something episodes in.
Well, sometimes, we're not Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, right.
I had to start out with that one.
They kept the name. They were just changing everything else.
Yeah, the logo and stuff. So we're not changing anything. We're here to go with it. Remember the Coke thing? It's been years ago.
Oh,
when they
Coke.
changed
That was before my time, but I know about it. Yeah.
Oh, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
People just need to leave things alone. I'm not sure if you realize that most people go to do things and work with people is because of the service you give them, the quality of the product you give them, and the relationship you build.
Yeah, wasn't New Coke like clear or something like that?
No, but it was not. It was like it was flat. It was.
Oh, is that what it was?
No, it wasn't that crisp. That thing just like eats up the insides, like the rust off.
I've heard that like Pepsi, basically messed with them, and like they thought that would be a good idea because they were trying to compete with Pepsi. Yeah,
it was not good. I don't. Yeah, no. Anyway, so good morning. Another episode of Yes Way Jose, and we are into 1,000 episodes. Or it feels like it's 1,000 episodes.
It feels like it sometimes.
Hey, am I that bad of a host?
No, it just feels like when I'm editing and when I'm sitting there switching the cameras back and forth.
Because I talk a lot. You got to edit all those things I say, and sometimes they go too fast. It doesn't make any sense. Let's take that out.
I figured out how to edit them at double speed now. Makes it a lot better.
It is better?
Yeah, it makes it a lot better.
I thought you said Eli was going to do that.
He does them most of the time, but like sometimes I give him a break. Sometimes like, I'll edit a couple.
Because you're a kind brother.
I'm nice.
Kind brother. Anyway, good morning again. Another episode of Yes Way Jose. And we have an email address that we always want to send out there.
We do. It's yeswayjosemail@gmail.com.
All right. And so, and the last episode before this, we got it in 2 times. So somewhere, you got to remind me before
you just hit me with it, and I'll spit it out.
Do I have to physically hit you, or just kind of tap you, or just look at you?
Whatever you're feeling at the time.
I think you're pretty safe today.
Okay.
All right. No worries. Well, good morning again. We have a great guest for you, but we always start out with progress of the city. We want people to kind of know what's going on, and our guest today is a big part of that progress. And so it's going to be exciting to talk about what he's been doing with us, why he decided to do this. And I got to tell you, if
I'm a fan of his work.
I'm going to tell you this: if I wasn't mayor, I'd love to be in the landscape business. I love doing that stuff. Go to my house.
Yeah, you're always outside working. You said
he'll tell you. Have you been in the house since I put all the lava rock down? You got to come by and see it. Yeah. Give me a grade. Be nice. But I love it, man.
It's great.
Yeah,
he's going to see it and be like, "Well, you should have done this."
No, so in the backyard, about 2/3 of my backyard's actually landscape. And so what I did was I started putting like these little islands, the little areas. I put white rock in the middle of it, and it's kind of cool. I probably will get in with him in it. But anyway, good morning. Let's make sure everybody knows who our guest is today. Would you introduce yourself and the company?
My name is Evan Selby with Nature's Landscape Supply. We want to thank you for having us on.
Absolutely.
So we really appreciate you having us here today with you.
Well, good morning. Like, first of all, I want people to know a little bit about you. So Nature's Landscape is obviously the company. So you grew up, you had to be born. Mm-hmm. And then what did you grow up
typically how it works.
Hey,
did I?
You need edit that out.
I'm not editing nothing.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's all good. So
this is live, right?
Yeah, it's live.
Okay,
we don't edit anything. We just have fun. So good morning to you. Where'd you grow up?
No, I grew up in Russell Springs, Kentucky. Russell County down by Lake Cumberland. Everybody knows where Lake Cumberland is. Very few people know where Russell Springs or Jamestown is.
I've seen Russell Springs on the signs.
On the signs. Yep. No, small town. So it was great growing up in a small town. My family's from there, and then came to Louisville to go to U of L for a few years, and started working for Nature's Landscape Supply. I believe I'll be with the company 10 years in January, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, cool.
So was at U of L, had a friend who saw a job posting basically for winter help, and I went to work for Nature's, and a gentleman by the name of Tom Bell, and he had started the company shortly before that. It was the second winter after the first summer, so it was very early on in the days of Nature's, and worked there for a few years. Opportunity came up to be part of the transition plan when he was ready to retire, and so in December of 23, we completed that transition plan after Tom got diagnosed with glioblastoma in July of 23.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
And then we lost him in January of 24. So,
well, God bless. I'm sorry.
But this September, we're celebrating 11 years of being in business and serving customers and serving our team. And so we're super excited about that. And we're always excited to work with you all at the city for sure.
Yeah, first of all, I love your attitude. He talks as fast as me.
Yeah, right.
And listen, I'm okay.
It's hard to do.
I'm okay with that.
Even you have a hard time with it sometimes.
I do.
You'd be tripping up over your. He'll say stuff. Sometimes you're like, "That's not the word you were supposed to say."
No, it's because I'm older.
Is that what it is? Yeah, blame it on your age.
Yeah, I'm 105. I just look good for 105.
Yeah.
You don't know the pills I take.
Yeah.
No,
I'm 64.
Yeah. Ooh, man. I think you got a bumpy road. No, it's all good. But anyway, so Evan, I wanted people to know we were talking about folks that are partners with us, right? We're doing a lot. We've seen a lot over the 2 years, 8 months. And we always got to start with the Aquatic Center.
Yeah.
And that was a big prize as far as putting something in our community. That was a great service for everybody here, but it has a regional impact. It's going to be so many different things, our veterans, our senior citizens, and talking to moms and dads about teaching kids to be around water and having an experience for our kids here 5 and 10 minutes from their homes instead of trying to go somewhere 30 minutes one way, either to E-Town, Mount Washington, or Louisville. We now have those services here. But what people forget is that we're doing all these big projects, but within those big projects, there's cosmetic work, and we're talking about landscaping now. And, when Tom and I were discussing, we wanted personality. We wanted our park to have personality. And I'm going to challenge everybody that listens to this episode or any of our episodes, go through that park. Drive through there now and what you guys, Nature's Landscape, has done over the last 6 months for us. I mean, we've really got things looking nice. We struggled with the flooding in April. We came back. You guys did a nice job fixing it up where it's very pleasing to the eye. We've got more we're going to continue to do with you out there. We want to have some colors out there. We want you to feel like it's a welcoming park. And that means everybody has to share in taking care of that. We all own it. We all own it. Taxpayers, we all have put money into this, so we actually are investors.
Yeah, gum goes in the trash.
Yeah. Gum goes in the trash, trash goes in the trash, and just keeping our place nice. And I will say this. I've got to say this because it's always a concern when you put on big events, and we've had some big events, the food truck invasions, the whiskey, wine, and ale. And, for you, the landscape guy, that always worries you like, oh, my God, what is somebody going to do to the landscape? And then we worry about it from the standpoint of litter and making sure there's no trouble. But I got to say this. Our community is great. They've been really good with all of our events. They keep things clean. Everybody, there's been no trouble, and I'm very proud of that. Because when you're serving the food and you serve liquor and other beverages, it's a key thing that everybody can have a good time with their families, and it's been that way. So, for me, I want to tell the community thank you. You really have taken care of everything, and as we continue to put more and more in that park, we want it to continue to look aesthetically nice. We've got more things we're going to do. Every year we're going to phase things in. We're going to keep looking for sponsors. We got a skate park right next to the city hall that's going to be in there. There's obviously you guys are going to be involved in some more of that landscape in there. Some will be phase 1, some is phase 2. But we want it to be just very appealing when you come up to it. It's a skate park, but a lot of them just are skate parks. There's no more than that. Yeah. There's no restrooms. Right. There's no seating areas. But we're having all those accommodations because we want grandparents to feel comfortable when I take my grandkids to something like a skate park. We want to have shade there and make sure that's right, but you want to aesthetically look nice, and that's where you come in from the nature side of it. So so when you went to Louisville and you got involved in Nature's Landscape, what is it that you like about being, people say, well, I like grass. We wouldn't, I'm just joking.
I like grass too.
I like grass. But so, seriously, what's the desire to do it? You've 11 years, you said, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
For me, it's the people, right? It's the people. It's our customers. It's our partners. The way we see it with our vendors that supply us, they're partners, and when they become vendors, then they become replaceable. And that's the way we look at the relationship with our customers as well. Is that we don't want to be a vendor, we want to be a partner. Same thing with our team and working with the people that we get to work with, and our contractors and our retail customers, and watching somebody come in and say, "Hey, I've got this problem," and to be able to help them with that, and giving them a place in the industry that they can come to and trust, that if they ask, hey, can I put this tree here? I really like this tree. Well, there's places that you can go, and you ask about that tree, they may tell you it's over there or in this corner. We've got a lot of great experienced people on staff that help us do things like design out the park and the landscaping over there. And then we've got a lot of great partners that work with us, like Bex Complete, that installed all that material and put the walls up and did the things over at the park. So we got a lot of great customers and a lot of great people. And for me, it's the people. I think it's always about the people. It's about our team. It's about our staff. And I want to tell you, I think you're doing an awesome job with the city. And Tom,
I didn't pay him to say that.
Tom and Sam and Scotty and the whole team over at Public Works and Parks and Rec are doing an outstanding job. Actually, my wife and I were looking to move outside of Jefferson County and move outside of Louisville. We've got 2 kids, and the things that you all are doing attracted us to come to Bullitt County. So
and that isn't
there
that,
you go.
and you're hitting on a good point. We appreciate your love for your passion for the work you do and the relationships. It is about relationships. I tell people all the time, whatever I'm focused on, it's still about the people aspect of building that relationship, because that trust, there's not that engagement anymore. Everybody's so busy that they forgot to interact. We're talking about even families having that issue.
Yeah.
But we're not.
Everybody's too busy looking at their phone.
Yeah, but the business side of this is that, I will make sure we'll take good pictures of everything. And I want you to that should be part of your portfolio. We want people to see that the city of Shepherdsville believes in nature's landscape. And I got Tom and Scotty and Sam doing a wonderful job, and that team. I mean, Public Works, I drive him crazy every once in a while. Right, Tom? If he's listening to it, he'd probably go, yep. Because I'm always going, hey, can we do that? Can we do that? Can we do that? And it's great. And they've delivered, and they have to have a vendor like you, a relationship with you that's going to build that kind of partnership long term. So we're excited for that. So we want to make sure we keep looking at what we can do. We want other folks to see you as an opportunity, not just for the city projects, but look at what we do. When you're coming and talking to somebody, drive them around with the work that you've done here, because I think it's going to be a showcase for you to say, hey, wow, this is really nice, very appealing in there. And I think for us, it's an education process. It's what you do and we don't. We just you help us out, keep guiding us. Don't water too much. We got to do this, and you know what this month is going to look like. So if you want your stuff to look good, this is what you got to do. You keep teaching us. We know I know some of that, but we've got folks that are good-hearted that want to learn. You got to keep educating us, because we got to make sure we keep everything maintained. And, we want people to come through, see the banners of our veterans, and we're going to continue to work with the landscape downtown. But we're going to get there. And I think the fact that we've stepped up so much in such a short period of time is because we have people like you working with us, man. It's really cool.
we really appreciate that. And it's always a great conversation anytime we get to work with you all and all of our awesome customers. We've got a lot of contractors that work in the Bullitt County area that come and shop with us and have seen some of the things that we've done out here and designed, and it's been great to show some of the designs that we come up with and talk to other people and show other people and kind of add that to our portfolio and some of the things that we can do as far as laying out a larger scale area. So it's a great opportunity for us as well.
Yeah, and we want to be local, and you're local, and we want people to understand that if we can make things happen with the folks that we work local, it's longer term for us. You're fully more invested. I have nothing, our ramp had to be built out of, there's only 6 people that build skate parks in the country. So it's going to be outside of the local realm. But everything else that we do.
You still got a local guy kind of like overseeing it and figuring it out.
Oh, no, we've got people that are actually working with the skate park, working with the kids. That piece is awesome. And I'm going to say this out loud. Alan Blair and Holden Turner, they're just kids.
Yeah.
They're going to be kids on skateboards. Is that an 85-year-old man on a skateboard?
Yeah.
Is that him on a board? Is he doing, what is that thing called? You flip the board?
Kickflip.
Oh, kickflip, yeah. That's an easy, I don't know the terms. I'm learning all about skateboard. And I will not be on a skateboard. No, I might. Well, you know what we're going to do, right?
So you get you like a cruise board, like one of those like big long boards.
I get a scooter. I just get a scooter to scoot around a little bit.
Yeah, you can get a scooter.
I don't want to get killed.
If you want to be a nerd. No,
I might be a nerd. I might have to be. I'd like to live. I'd like to do more stuff in the city.
We got some rollerblades.
Yeah. So we have a lot going on. And obviously with the different projects, we're going to have these landscape pieces. But we're going to continue to look at that. And, every piece of property that we have. I would love to see, and this is something that definitely would be thinking about, is that if you go into Ohio and some other states, they've really made it a focus of what their exit ramps look like.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And I talk a lot about our front door is that 117 right there, 44 and 65. And so we've cleaned it up a little bit. But, I'd love to be able to expand the landscape piece of this, right? So it's more appealing when you come through, because for so many years you were coming into Shepherdsville, get your gas, get your food, and you took off. Didn't care about anything else going on. And there's still some of that, obviously, with as many cars that go on 65. But you know what? I'd like you to stop and go, wow, what a quaint town. Mm-hmm. I start seeing more of a community, and that landscape piece fits. It does. It's more appealing when you come in. We're going to do more stuff around the trees in the park. And
definitely better than the forest that used to be behind Wendy's.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, so I don't sure if you remember my first project, and this is for everybody here listening to this. I told my wife, I said, I'm going to clean up around Wendy's because that's our front door, and it looks really bad. Mm-hmm. And so it was a drainage problem along with the aesthetics. And so we had to call the state, and the state said, hey, you can do it because they only come around 4 or 5 years. We had trees with about 4 and 5 inch diameters growing up in that area. Mm-hmm. So we got it cleaned up.
A lot of stray cats. There was a lot of stray cats back there.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, yeah. They had
eat all the restaurant
condos.
Food.
Yeah, they had their condos in the forest. So those are things that are important to us, and we're going to continue to look at it. You see the development on 116. Once they get done with that, is there a way we can put some landscaping in? We'll talk to the state. We'll talk to the federal government. We just want to put things to make it look nice. So we would, if you look at the city of Shepherdsville, it'd be the 117, 116, 114. We want those 3 exit ramps that reflect what the city is. It's by when you look at the front door. You know how when someone comes to your front door of your house, you want it to look nice and appealing. You got a nice wreath up there, and that's what we want. That's our attitude with that, and that's where you come in. And Evan, I think that we're going to keep you busy. I think originally. I think Tom was just getting materials originally from you working on, and I think it's great. We've expanded because, we got professional folks like yourself that's going to be able to do those things. And you've been a great partner so far for us. So, what do you see? I mentioned about your family maybe moving out here. We'd love to have you.
Congratulations on getting out of Jefferson County.
Hold on. I have a selfish vote for Jose. I'm just kidding. But anyway, so talk about it.
No, we moved out here 1st of June, so we live out by Bernheim there, so off the 114.
Yeah.
So I get off on the exit 114 almost daily, and I love Jefferson County. I love Louisville. I think there's a lot of great things there, and I hope that things can progress. In the last 4 or 5 years, there was some issues that happened, but it seems like hopefully things are going in the right direction, and I care about Louisville and care about Jefferson County a whole lot. But every Tuesday and Thursday for the last 2-3 months since we've been out here, myself and a friend of mine, we go and we walk the park almost every morning. So it's something that we see on a daily basis and on a weekly basis. My mother-in-law takes her kids to the park, and when she's in town, and they go. Ride the scooter and walk and play and do things like that. So it is personal for me. I want to see it. And at 117, of course, part of that project did just get finished up there around the sign.
116,
or 117, by Wendy's there.
Oh, yes.
So around the sign. And, right here. So that landscaping just got finished up, and I think that made a huge difference. And I know we're waiting on maybe some approvals from the state on getting the rest of the exit ramp part done. So
we're going to keep working on that.
Yeah,
I think the biggest thing is that you said that you are walking through the park. You got skin in the game. It's not just about your profession. This is your community now. And again, we all love Louisville.
You always want to make your home look nice.
But you have a part of really making it look that way. And I think for people to see that and to get to know you, the idea of the podcast are meant to talk about this community coming together, right? And having the partners like yourself and other services that are given to us to help us make sure that we get these goals met. And we're trying to get a lot done. We're financially in a very strong position, and we want that to look like that. And we do notice people saying, hey, the city looks nicer. It looks cleaner. You've got more landscape. And we're going to continue to do that because we really believe that the more people feel just like you do, why not Shepherdsville? Why not? I got 10 minutes from my house. I can go to an aquatic center, second time.
There you go.
Or the all-inclusive playground with a splash pad, right? And then you got the amphitheater that's going to be out there. We're going to be working with our partner in Mount Washington, rotating the concerts. If you can do things.
He's a perfect example of the why not Shepherdsville. He was like, literally was like, why not Shepherdsville? That's nice.
And I think that's what matters to people. People need to see Bullitt County as a good place to live. If you've got to still work in Louisville, you're 20, 25 minutes away. It's, people as far as driving, that's nothing anymore. Or if you work at the Blue Oval, there's going to be a big surge down there with some.
I was going to say the truck plant for me is about 40 minutes away.
You got to know a real easy way to get there. Where you live out there.
You got to go the other side of Louisville.
Yep. So, but I do think for us, Evan, you and everybody else that's actually invested, you've invested your family not being here, but you've got your business here. And I think for us, I've gotten to know you over the last 6 months, and I think the thing is that I see a young man, entrepreneur, that knows that it's about relationships. Building those relationships and just doing what you say. It's really a novel idea, a novel concept, and we see that that's not like it is. And for me, being in my age, I like to see young entrepreneurs that still understand that customer service matters. Service is a dying art. I mean, it really is in so many ways. And so, and I think for most people, they need to be encouraged to know that nature's landscape is out there. And that, if there is something that's wrong, and I tell people this all the time, everybody can be good when things are good. I want to see how you are when things are challenging. I really want to see you take a problem. I remember my first few days in the restaurant business as a manager. I had a guy got really busy, got tied up with something, totally forgot about this guy. because he had a problem with his steak, and I didn't get to the table. And he got back to the table. He just lit me up. Just to me, I didn't care. You're a poor manager. I'm like, it's my third day, and if we got problems. And he became a regular customer every week. Because I apologized to him, and I said, listen, no, this is not how we do things. I took care of his meal like that, and I always looked for him every day, and every time he came in. And that's how that relationship. That's what happens. So I tell people, there are going to be challenges. There's challenges in the landscape business, as they are in everything else. But how we deal with them says a lot about us. Those relationships go longer sometimes when something doesn't turn out right, and we make it right. And I just think that that's the way that things are going to be successful for our community. We are all not perfect people, but what we are is we're
focused. For yourself.
Oh, well, maybe Travis, the producer of the Yes We Ho show. Yeah. Hey, you got a little Jose in you after that. That's what I heard. I mean, we know Jose's got the big ego, but wow, that's funny. Maybe you're sitting too close to me. You're getting some of this.
I was talking about you, not me.
Okay. Well, there's only one perfect person. He's not right. He's above us. But I think it's important for people to really see these relationships. And for me, if this podcast is a way to let people know a little bit more about you, I'm glad, because I think, Evan, you've got a great attitude. I hope you continue to do what you're doing, buddy. We love having you as a partner. We're going to keep you busy. And we hope that anything we can do to refer you to any of your other business, and I mean this for all the businesses that work for us and do things with us and build these partnerships, we want to always recommend them to the people that we want. If somebody says, hey, you got somebody? I got somebody. You need a landscaper? I got somebody. We've got other landscaping coaches we work with. We love them too. But it's everybody's got I would like to share that. I'd like to share it with as many people as we can and be reasonable in that process, because it gives everybody a chance to own part of this. This is a project. We started 2 years and 8 months ago, and look at what has been accomplished. It doesn't get accomplished if you don't have good people or good partners. It just doesn't get done.
And there's still so much to come, too.
Yeah, and it really is.
Still just getting worked on now.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's going to be landscape over at the Aquatic Center that we're going to be looking at. So there's a lot of things. So, I think for us, as we continue to look at what makes the difference here, is the change is more for what people have always wanted here. I mean, it's like, so we're never going back. I tell people all the time, we're not going back. We're not going back to be some glorified truck stop. That's what it was before I came in office, and I don't mind saying it on this podcast.
No, it's true.
I've said it on TV interviews. I don't mind saying that, because now what happened was the 65 interchange was causing it to be catered for the people that just stopped and got gas and got food.
Yeah. Well, fast food and warehouses.
That's exactly right. And we want to make sure people understand that families live here. And, and people were moving from here because we had nothing. Now they're thinking twice about leaving, plus we have more people going here.
Well, not only families live here, but families have things to do here, right?
That's right.
Aquatic Center. Aquatic Center.
There you go.
Aquatic Center.
Yeah.
The park, the skate park.
Yeah.
So a lot of great things happening, and with the flood that happened this spring, maybe some things in the park are not progressing as quickly as I know all the folks at the city would like for them to, but that's completely out of
that was code for the mayor has no patience.
No, not at all. Not at all. I understand, because I like to get things done quickly.
Yeah.
And I want to know when they're going to be done and how quick they're going to be done, right?
Yeah.
Let's get this done.
Well, we got to wait for the dry first.
How and why is not my department, right? Let's get it done.
Yeah.
So I get that completely. And there are things for families to do. The school systems are good.
Yep.
Activities are good. So that was one thing that attracted us here, was we wanted to move out of Jefferson County. And I lived 15 minutes from where I worked before. I live 25 now, so it's a 10 more minute drive, and it's been great for us.
Yeah, listen, I lived in Louisville a lot of time. I'm a Bellarmine grad. I love Louisville, and I think the thing is, for me, being out here, we live in a nice community. We can all make that difference. But for me, listen, there's still AAA baseball, some great concerts, basketball. You got all kinds of good entertainment if you want to go to those things. But we want you to have more things that you can do here, because a lot of times you'll decide to do something if it's 5 or 10 minutes away, instead of having to pack everybody up and do a 30-minute drive one way. This is like, yes, we can do that. The park is really going to be the big thing here, as far as just enjoying it. Down by the river, we've cleared it off more where you can see it. We've got more benches down there. We're going to put more in the trails that will go all through the park. A lot of it, disc golf. Again, not a sport that I'm very good at. I can throw a Frisbee just hope I don't hit somebody with it.
Yeah, I'm doing good if I can get it to the person I'm throwing it to.
I'm going to work on that. But, that's coming. We're going to get that built here. So, it's going to allow folks to choose. Paintball is not in the city. It's not our investment. But Kenneth has got that working, and hopefully next spring, early summer, he'll have that going.
Yeah, because it's not just public stuff. There's a lot of private stuff happening too.
Yeah, so there's options to do things here without having to go too far, and we would like that. I mean, obviously, we want to continue to work on full-service restaurants, and shopping are a big thing to us. Having that more would really stabilize even more that you didn't have to leave the town, right? So we want you, if you can live here, great, work here and play here. We'd love to have all that happen for you. And then, go visit wherever you want to. There are great parts of all of this country. And I think the biggest piece for us is we always want people to at least consider Shepherdsville as the community now that you would live in, that you'd be proud to live in. And I'm telling you, there are a lot of proud people in this community. They're so excited. I've heard from many people said we've been wanting stuff like this for 20 and 30 years. Yeah. And financially, we're in a position we can do a lot of that today. The growth has actually helped us. The growth has always been there, but never guided in the sense of a family-oriented place to be, right? And so for us, that's got to happen. But for you, I think it's important for you to watch. You're a young man. How many kids do you have?
2.
You have 2. What ages?
Vivian's 4, and Dean is he'll be 1 in October.
Oh,
so October the 10th.
So you got your tennis shoes on, and you got to be running around.
So not getting a lot of sleep right now is what you're saying.
That's the first few months, right? So, but no, it's a lot of fun. So it keeps us on our toes.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm proud to have you as a partner for the city. Naturescape. Do you have a website? Or
naturesmulch.com, 1234 Old Front Valley Road. We've got free food every September from 11 to 2.
Okay.
Every Saturday in September from 11 to 2 with our 11th anniversary celebration going on. So that's one of the things we like to do is we like to give back and say thank you to our customers.
I think it's great.
Multiple times a year when we can. So, and it's always great to work with you all and looking at the park and how we can make that turn into a park that people love, and just the landscaping that's been done so far, I think made a massive difference.
I gotta tell you what you did around the pavilion and all that area there, and that island as you go, if you're going west towards the baseball fields, that island there was an eyesore for years, and you did a great job. That looks good on the left there, and then if you look straight down there, there's some opportunity with some landscape, but it's got the horse fence on the side of the Saddle Club there. We're starting to look like a really nice park. I mean, the great work you did around the pavilion, what you did around where the dome was, in that area at the park. Most people know that's where the water fountain and all that is. We actually have, and Mike, and I never pronounce his last name, he's going to kill me. He's an engineer. He works at GE, and they've actually built a table. We've got all the tables and all kinds of canopies out there. He's actually got a table that's made for wheelchairs to come up to it. That's actually going to be in the park.
That's cool.
So that you can sit right there. It's a 4-seater, and it's going to be put in there. That one they donated to us, and we'll probably put another one in there, maybe on the playground side. So we have some accommodations for folks that need that assistance.
Yeah.
And so that's how we look at things. Everything is about how inclusive can we be with everything we do. Be considerate. It doesn't need to be the whole way that way, but how about a few of those considerations? Making sure we've got plenty of handicap spots. Because, a lot of times when it comes to elderly folks, they just can't be walking too far. But we don't want them to be discouraged from not coming to that park and enjoying it with their grandkids. So I'm excited. So listen, I really appreciate it. Anything else you want people to know about you and Nature's Landscape?
No, I mean, we're always here. So even if you've got a question about a plan or something you maybe got somewhere else, or you just have a question about what would work, come see us. We'll walk with you and talk you through the process and see how we can help you. Or if you're looking for a contractor to do a project for you, we've got a lot of great partners that shop with us that we'd be glad to introduce you to, like Bex Complete, that did a lot of work over at the park. So we're always excited to get people connected and build more relationships. And that's one thing with the city. We're always an honor to work with you all, because I've met a lot of the other people that work with the city, and they're all great people. I met Rodney over at Hadley.
Oh yeah.
He came over to my house and did some work for me, and then I know Troy Brown real well with Troy's Record Service. So he actually walks with me in the park on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we met at an event out in Vail, Colorado a few weeks ago, a Ramsey event. So it was a lot of fun. Getting to know Troy and a lot of other people that work with the city. So meeting those people and learning and getting to know them and realizing how great they are, it really gives us an honor to work with you all, to know that we're part of your partners and the projects that you're doing.
We have a good team. We have a good team as far as, I always look at the team as far as the employees that work here. I mean, our employees are doing an outstanding job for us. Really, they are. We had a great year. We just finished up June 30th. We're starting off on another great year. Obviously, we had tons of projects. As we continue to grow our revenue piece, we're going to have more of these special projects and more of the landscaping piece. But you're right. We have all of our partners and our vendors. You guys have been doing a great job for us, and we appreciate,
really appreciate that.
And I do. I think a lot of them, like you and Rod and others, you guys see the growth. You see the really kind of this all coming together, right? So we're transforming the city because we have an aquatic center. Third time.
There you go.
So we need to make sure we're trying to get quotas on the aquatic center. You got to say it so many times. I get bonus points.
He's got to beat his average.
Yeah, I got to beat my average. So I think for us to have these kind of things, I just can't wait for everybody to say like, wow, remember when this started to 5 years from now? What does that look like to us? And people are like, yeah, this is the place.
Yeah.
Where easy accommodations. I mean, sometimes the interstate running right through the middle of your city isn't a good thing. But sometimes for accommodations to get here, to come see these things, the car country, the aquatic center, and all the things going on in the park, those are good things. I mean, we want you to be 5 or 10 minutes to come see us. It can be for the people that live here, but hey, why not people just stop by and have some and spend some money with us, right? And have some fun.
Right.
No. And there's a lot of great opportunities for activities, indoor and outdoor. With the aquatic center, I'll get one in there for you.
Yeah. And the pickleball, indoor pickleball courts.
Pickleball courts and then Burnham, right? There's the Burnham
That's right.
and Bullitt County.
Where else are you going to see Giants?
So,
the Giants.
Yeah,
the Tin Man.
The new Tin Man, yeah.
So a lot of great opportunities for people to do things with the Salt River Brewing and
they got
winery
beer. They got beer there.
house.
Yeah.
I know they got beer there. I've been in there only once. That's a lie. That's a real big lie.
A lot of great things happening. So
it's good stuff. Well, listen, we're glad that you're on the show. And listen, we try to invite people back every year. We try to look at some things we're doing as we continue our projects. Maybe a great time to come bring you back. We could put some video of things that you've done. I think it'd be great for people to see that. But we have one last thing you have to do on this show. I'm not sure if you listen to the episodes, but we make every guest say this. Now, it's pretty tough.
It's pretty hard.
You think you can do it?
I think you can do it.
You think?
Right, he seems like a go-getter.
I got faith in him. He's got some energy about him. He's got some enthusiasm.
He'll be all right.
All right, so on 3, we're going to say love, peace, chicken grease. So 1, 2, 3, love, peace, chicken grease. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Love, peace, chicken grease. Evan, glad to have you on here. Nature's Landscape. Thank you all for listening and watching.
Thanks so much for having us on.